Hey everybody, this is Pastor Scott at Selah Covenant Church, and I just want to reach out and share about the status of Sunday mornings. And I know that this has been a frustrating and hard time as we have not been able to meet on Sundays. And I know that some have questioned why we haven't had parking lot services or outdoor services, or why even now we aren't doing indoor services. And so I just want to speak to those questions and let you know why as a church we've made these decisions, as well as share our plan for moving forward as we look ahead to gathering again. And currently, as you all know, we are utilizing an online platform for our Sunday morning services. And online church has been a journey for us because prior to COVID, we did not have any sort of online services at all. And so as a church, we recognized that we needed to start online church, but it wasn't until COVID that we actually moved that direction. And so on that first week of COVID canceled Sundays, we started this process and we have been working at it ever since. And it was just a week or two into doing online services that the state determined that churches could also do parking lot services. And so at that point, we started praying and researching what it would take to do that. And what we found is that we would need to make a sizable investment to make it happen. And so after more prayer and planning, the church leadership decided that in order to be good stewards of the gifts you give, that instead of investing in temporary means of doing church like an FM transmitter for parking lot services or outdoor audio systems for an outdoor service, that we instead should invest in live stream services. And when I say live stream, what I mean by that is having the equipment and technology to send our service out online at the same time as we hold an actual in-person service. And one benefit of investing in live streaming is that it not only meets our current needs during COVID, but that it will continue to serve our needs after COVID is over. And I will tell you, while live streaming may seem like it would be an easy thing to do, it isn't. And because of that, as a church, we have literally been reconfiguring physical spaces to fit the needs of live streaming. We're doing lighting work, pulling cables, and installing a lot of infrastructure to support it. And currently, we are now working hard to try and finalize and tie all of that work together so that when the last of our back-ordered parts and cameras come in, we will be fully ready to dry run a few live stream services and then begin gathering again. And that's a short description, and it doesn't even come close to describing all the work that's been done, but I assure you that every effort is being made to do it well and do it quickly. And we are committed to doing it well because what we're finding is that during online church, we sometimes have up to double the amount of people that we have on a traditional Sunday. And it's with that recognition in mind that while we long to put our energy and resources towards gathering together in person again, we instead are choosing to push forward and ensure that we complete this online work first. And we recognize that's a sacrifice, and I can wholeheartedly tell you that I believe I, as much as anybody, if not maybe more than anybody, want to get back to in-person gatherings. And it's for that reason that we've already created our safety plan. We have it in place, so we'll be ready to do so when we're ready to live stream. And we want you to know that the way that would look based on current county phases is that we will be able to have a maximum of 50 people in service, and that includes our staff and volunteers. And we want to warn you about that in advance because we recognize that while we're all anxious to gather together again as a church family, it's going to have to look different. And it's with that in mind, we want you to know that we're now opening the church for use by community groups, Bible studies, and other groups. And these types of gatherings, they fit within county guidelines. So if you or your community group would like to get connected, just call or email the church and we'll get you signed up. And I'll tell you, we would love to just open the doors and let you all rush in. But in order to follow county and safety guidelines, all times and groups are going to have to be scheduled through the church. And we know that scheduling will take some time, but please recognize that we need to do that in order to effectively sanitize shared areas and cloth chairs and just ensure that we have all safety precautions in place. And please hear me say that as I share all of these things, I understand people still long to meet on Sundays, and the midweek gatherings don't replace that desire, but it is a start until we can do so. And we will do so because we will regather as a church family. And I want you to know that your church leadership has and will continue to be prayerfully working towards that as we look to be responsible and not fearful. Because we know we have a big God who can do big things no matter the circumstances. And we've seen him do those things, and we are looking forward to when we can gather together in person and celebrate and worship him for that. I want to thank you for sticking with me through this update. I know it's been long, Please know we love you. We miss you. We're praying for you. And God bless you. We look forward to seeing you before too long.